Salamun alaikum everyone, hope you are well and hope you're making most of these special nights of Ramadan. Again, Ahmed Ali coming to you live on hashtag #GalanT from the holy city of Karbala, of course. Now tonight's topic is about a topic or something that a lot of youth are doing these days or they're considering to get. This is getting a lot of negative feedback and positive feedback from other youth and other people who are moderate. But let's go and jump in to what's trending, then we can continue on what we should get and what we shouldn't get. So let's go and do that. Welcome back, dear viewers. Once again, we do welcome everyone for joining us tonight. Now, the meeting is back online with Trump and Kimmy. Kimmy, not the Kimmy in your mind, Kimmy is Kim Jong-un. So after Trump canceled the meeting, now they rescheduled and now it's back on. They even gave the date, they gave the time in this venue right here in Singapore, Capella Hotel, one of the nicest hotels I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on between them two, but you know, whatever's going on, it's either benefiting human race or it's going to end human race. But you know what? We'll just see what happens after the meeting. Anyways, a huge blaze tore down the new renovation in roof of one of the London's most nicest hotels. But let's check out this video right here. So just on Wednesday, days after this hotel announced the completion of the multi-million-dollar renovation project, more than 100 firefighters went into that hotel to save whoever and to rescue whoever was in there. The manager of the hotel says no one is injured. All the people that were in the hotel were rescued and everything is good. So alhamdulillah, they're good. But 5-star Mandarin Oriental Hotel in the UK. Beast Hotel, but I don't know why they did renovations. They probably could have waited a little bit. But anyways, our hearts are those with those who were scared in that incident. But let's take a very quick break and come back to talk about this special topic on hashtag #GalanT. For some, it's a name of someone they loved or someone that they've lost and they love, or a signature of that person. For others, it's a symbol of something or someone that they honor or adore. And for others, just a picture they got off the internet and they liked it. Some of those who have them, they love them and are considering to get more. And some who already have them, they regret the second they ever went to actually get them. Tattoos. Oh yeah, tonight we're talking about tattoos. A lot of people nowadays look at them and they're great, but are they good or not? And that's the question, are they good or not? For many years, tattoos was the main subject of many debates and discussions. Now, some have negative views and negative ideas about those who have tattoos, and we'll get to talk about why. And many people don't think that's appropriate everywhere, meaning it's not appropriate anywhere on the body, not everywhere on the body. On the other hand, others feel like it's a way where you get to express, you're able to express your culture, you're able to express themselves in society through tattoos. It shows who they are and what they stand for, who they represent, the West Side. We'll get to talk about that later on as well. But switch to this cam. Tonight's question for you guys is very simple, very simple. Should you get a tattoo or not? Should you get tatted? Should you get inked up? If you think yes, let us know. And let us know what kind of tattoo you're getting as well and where you're getting it. But how do you let us know? Call the number shown right there, +964 774 067 1836. I was not looking at the screen when I read that. That number is imprinted in the back of my head. But, so all you guys, I'm just saying, you guys can pick up the phone, open WhatsApp, dial the number shown below. You can send us a message. You can send us a text message, of course, a voice message. You can call us on that same number via WhatsApp, so it's free, no charge. Or you can go on our live Facebook broadcast, as we are live on Imam Hussein TV. So you guys can go there, check us out, give that thumbs up, share, like, do all that good stuff. And remember, keep that in mind, whoever participates in tonight's episode and in the upcoming episodes as well, your names will be written on these blessed sticky notes, placed in this blessed fishbowl. And I will personally handpick one name, this blessed individual coming to you live. We'll pick up one name from this fishbowl to win a free trip to Karbala, along with many, many giveaways to the other people that do participate as well. But for now, let's take a quick break and come back to you after this 10-second break. Let's go. Welcome back, dear viewers. Hope, inshallah, everyone is enjoying tonight and is enjoying their night. If you had futur, that's good for you, because suhoor is almost close. If you're not having futur, futur is almost close as well. So don't get depressed over food. It's not worth it. But tonight we're trying to talk about a topic that's very that has influenced a lot of people nowadays. A lot of people are talking about it. So you know what? Hashtag LNT chose that topic to talk about it tonight. Now, tattoos. If we were to go back into history and look at the original word tattoos, well, guess what? Tattoos comes from the word tattoo. Now, tonight we can't crack any jokes because it marks the martyrdom of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So I'm going to try my best not to crack any jokes. But honestly, the word tattoo comes from the word tattoo in the Tahitian language. But if we were to go back even further, tattoos, the first record of tattoos was 12,000 BC. So that's crazy. And you know, it differentiates between culture to culture and you know where they are on the timeline. But there are commonalities that prevail from the earlier form of tattoos and today's form of tattoos, where the youth are getting it, which you know they're trying to look cool. But a lot of people say that tattoos have always had an important role in rituals and in tradition as well. In Borneo, Asia, women have tattoos on her forearms that represent the skills they have. So if a woman had a symbol on her forearm saying that she was skilled in weaving, or she's a weaver, skilled weaver, then her status just gets higher. But I don't know. I mean, if a person, if she sews, if she's a tailor, then she has like a tailor machine here or a sewing machine here, and then she's a weaver. Does she add or does she remove that tattoo? I don't know. We have to ask someone. But if a woman wore a tattoo, and if we would go to Iraq, we would see this. Pick it up. Show us. We would see this. Now, a few generations ago, or there's still a generation right there, you can see that you know older generations had tattoos, between their eyebrows, on their chin, on their fingers, on their wrists, on their forearms, basically around the face or on the arms. Now, to them, they believe that this cured or this healed sickness and illnesses. But nowadays, we're just finding people tattooing their eyebrows, which we'll get to talk about later on. But through history, and even in the present day today, tattoos have always signified membership to a clan or a tribe. I mean, if you were to go to any country that has gangs, you would find members of that gang having the same tattoo, whether on the neck, whether on the shoulder, on your triceps, on your forearms, wherever. And in tribes, just to keep numbers. And this is actually it's not funny, but it's something that really caught my eye, caught my attention. Someone actually tattooed a barcode on the back of their head. Why would you do that? I don't know, but we just got a text message from Kushbu from India. She says, well, I think there is no harm in getting a tattoo done as per religious terms. Our maraja permits it. Okay, that's great. If you think that you should get a tattoo, then that's good. But let's write your name. What's your name? Sorry, put that up. India. Okay, this is text. All right. Thank you very much, Kushbu, for joining us tonight and giving your opinion. Your name is written on the slip. First name for tonight, going into the fishbowl. Now, we do remind everyone to call in again. Give me this camera right here. Give me this camera. All I want you guys to do tonight, it's a special night, so what you guys have to do is tune into a special episode to participate in a special show and answer a special question. Should you get a tattoo? If yes, if you're considering to get a tattoo, call in. Call in at the number shown below via WhatsApp and let us know what kind of tattoo you want to get and where you're getting it. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. Where you want to get it, that's up to you. But you know, if you're trying to share that, that's good for you as well. But participate and let us know what you think. Now, fast forward today. If we were come to today's topic, where our youth and sometimes older people are getting tattoos that look or to honor someone or something, as I mentioned earlier. However, there are consequences to getting tattoos, and depends on who you are, where you're from, and the society and the culture that you're from. Disadvantages vary. We'll get to talk about them right now, and they're considered as a taboo in specific countries. Now, the first disadvantage of a tattoo, to some it's a disadvantage, for some it's an advantage, but it's permanent. So that means if you're naive right now and if you're not thinking straight and you get a tattoo that's permanent, and we're not talking about the sticker that you peel off or you wash off. No. We're talking about the real thing, ink in the skin. It's permanent. So in 10 years, would you want people to look at the tattoo and think that you're dumb? If you got to take that into consideration, because honestly, you don't want people looking at you in a weird way. So would you still want that on you in 10 years? That's the first question, because it's permanent. Number two, it makes you come across as an outsider. Not everyone and not every country or culture does accept tattoos. If you do, and the culture that you come from and the religious background that you come from accepts tattoos, then it's okay. But keep one thing in mind, that if you do go to a different country or a different culture and they don't like the person who has tattoo, they're going to affiliate, or they're going to think you're from that specific, like you're an outlaw basically. You're going to think that, they're going to think that you're part of a gang, or that you used to be a part of a gang just from your appearance. Because now, as much as I hate it, and as much as I hate to say that people right now are not looking at the material within the book, they're looking at the cover of the book instead of looking at what the book has. So a lot of people do have tattoos, great people that I know, but people don't consider them. They look at their tattoos and think they're part of a gang. But number three, it's risky. It's risky. Tattoos are risky. Why? As the picture says it there, sometimes if you go to a professional, reputed parlor, then it's okay. But if you're going to these, cheap parlors where, the needles are cheap, they don't replace the needles frequently, they're used on someone else, you can get ink infection. You can get, your skin can bruise up, and so on and so forth because of the needles. So you got to take care of that as well. So that's one of the disadvantages. But if you have a good parlor, then go to him. Number four, you can't donate blood. Now this is something temporary. If you're not planning to donate blood within the next year, go get one. But if you're planning to donate blood within the next within the next year, then you shouldn't get a tattoo, because in some states in America, or some countries as well, you can't donate blood if you have a tattoo done within the last year. We'll go to Facebook comments in a bit, so we can look at what people have said. We have a few comments on Facebook. But number 5, oh, let's take a short break. All right, let's take a short break and come back to you very short. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now, back to the topic of tattoos. Now, we were getting to the 5th disadvantage. As I said before, to you, this might be an advantage. To you, this might not be an advantage. It could be a disadvantage. So we're just mentioning everything so you guys can keep it in mind. So if you're considering getting a tattoo, keep these few points in mind, these 6 points in mind. Number 5, it limits your choice of profession. And this is very important as well. Not everyone, or not every company or firm or business or media company or any organization, not all of them will accept a person that has tattoos. And this is present in the West as well. You know, if you're trying to work for a hospital, you can't have a tattoo in some countries. If you're trying to work in a media firm or a business firm, a lot of them don't allow their workers or their employees to have tattoos. So if you're trying to get a tattoo, you're gonna have to wear long sleeve for the rest of your life if you're working for that tattoo, or if you're working for that firm, planning to work for that firm for the rest of your life. But number 6, and this is very interesting as well, because you know, when you get a tattoo, you might get it on a discount, you might get some, you know, some knockoffs here and there, but the cost of removing them is more expensive than getting them. And this is something you have to consider as well, because you know, we go back to the first point, it's permanent. So do think before getting a tattoo or a specific tattoo. Think ahead. Would you want to get a tattoo that people will look at you and say, wow, he's retarded in 10 years? Or would you want people looking at you in 10 years saying, wow, that's actually a nice tattoo, staying in the same style? You know what I mean? So do consider that, because the costs are more to remove it. But let's go check out the expert and come back very, very short.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. As far as the subject is concerned regarding tattoos in 21st century contemporary society today, it's a matter of ultimately personal choice and acceptance. Some people want to feel more assimilated, feel more accepted within their societies based off of what the mainstream media has deemed normal or has normalized, and people take that avenue. As far as personal choice, many people find that this is a personal decision that they opt to when expressing their thoughts or emotions, and sometimes, you know, they carry meaning, they carry symbolism and what have you. Ultimately, there's a line and a barrier that shouldn't be crossed. As far as the hukum is concerned regarding Islamic jurisprudence and fiqh, so long as it's not an obstacle between you or, you know, the water when it comes to wudu, or so long as it's not something that's frivolous or provocative and deemed inappropriate from the eyes of people and society, ultimately it's a matter of personal choice, and one would need to refer back to whomever they respectfully emulate regarding their marja' taqleed, regarding that particular exact hukum. But ultimately, as we mentioned, it boils down to acceptance and personal choice. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you very much, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, not Sheikh Muntazar. We do apologize, the co-producer didn't send the right name, so we do apologize to everyone on behalf of the co-producer. And we do apologize, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan. We wrote your name wrong, bro, so do forgive us. But we are getting a few comments on Facebook. Nadia Bazi, she says, Assalamu alaikum. My grandmother had a tattoo on her chin. She was from Lebanon. Never find out what it meant, but it looked tribal. Okay, so is that considered as a... Okay, so we'll consider that. All right, so Nadia Bazi from Lebanon. All right. Thank you very much, Nadia Bazi, for joining us tonight. Your name is going into the bowl. We got a text message from Batul from England. So she says no, because there are many risks with it, like infection and interference in medical diagnosis. There is also a high possibility that you will regret it when it is, and you regret it, and it lowers employment because of the stigma. All right, thank you very much, Batul from England, for joining us tonight. All right, thank you very much. Your name is going into the bowl as well. Now, another text message. All right, so we'll put it up in a few moments, inshallah. But before, we were talking to the expert, Sayyid Muhammad Hussein, from the US, not from Canada. We were talking about a few disadvantages of getting a tattoo, which a lot of people should consider before getting a tattoo or getting a specific tattoo. Think twice before you get that. But if we were to go and continue to look at what religion has to say about tattoos, religiously speaking, now tattoos is not haram, it's not forbidden, it's makruh. Makruh meaning it's, you know, it's not this, it's, you know, we can't say disliked, but it's makruh, so on the verge of being forbidden. But it's not forbidden, so you can go and get it. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with it. You won't get sins or you won't get anything. Allah won't punish you for it. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that it's permanent. So it's not a sticker. So you have to get something that really represents you as a Muslim. So you have to keep that in mind. So as I mentioned, it's not haram. It's okay, you can get it. But at the same time, we have to keep one thing in mind. And that's, one thing is haram considering having a tattoo. And that's the verses from the Quran. You can't get them tattooed on your body, anywhere on your body. And the name of Allah. You can't get it tattooed on your body. These two things are haram. The others, you can go do. And if people are asking why it's haram and why the name of Allah, because when you're, you know, when you're in a sexual activity, or, you know, when you're in a bathroom, you know, you can't have the verses of the Quran in a bathroom. If you do, I don't know what you're thinking. But those things you can't have on your body. They're haram. Other than that, go get a tattoo. But the text message from Sakina from the USA. I feel like tattoos should not be looked at as a bad thing if someone has one. But also, one has to wonder what really